Jesus. Alright, Chava, you can introduce the player. It's a ZVZ, I think.
Alright, let's see
Oh,
here.
ZVP,
There's a
nice.
fucking brown Zerg at uh, 8 o'clock, and a blue Protoss at 4 o'clock. I think they're both tier 2 players.
They are both tier 2. I mean, I know Cyan's tier 2. I can't find a guy named Egg, so... we're just gonna have to trust Syrian on this, that he has a tier 2 player and he's not playing some Smurf or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think he's messing around with low tier players.
This is Flash versus Bisu. That's what my viewer said. Pretend it's Flash versus Bisu. We'll hold him up to that standard. Alright. Bisu didn't make a pylon, so... Oh, he didn't make a pylon. Okay. I'm sorry, Bisu.
Well, I think Brown is at least scouting in this direction that he should.
Yes. It's the same direction as Aztec. What don't people get? It's just same as Aztec. You do counterclockwise.
Hey man, Brood is a hard game, and then if you introduce multiple maps,
It's not a fucking hard game, right? Everyone can play. Like fucking, a lot of people can play this game. It just...
Sure, anyone can play it, but that doesn't mean it's not hard.
I think scouting the correct direction is one of the easiest things you can learn. Just saying.
Yeah, but people get... I think people get... You know, they get
Also,
like
making
a
a
bug
correct
in their
wall,
head.
also making a wall that doesn't leak is also one of the things you can do. And I don't think there's a spot above the forge that you can make a gateway in. So this guy's wall is complete trash. I'm sorry. Actually, no. I'm sorry. It's I didn't mean complete trash.
Why don't you shut the fuck up already? Complete trash. Come on, man.
I mean, like, not Bisu, not standard Bisu play.
It's irrelevant
Not obtuse.
for the game. Let's just talk about the game that we're watching right now. What do you think about what you're watching right now? No, I'm not talking about the fucking wall or build orders. Just tell me what you think about the game right now.
So since he Protoss make a cannon, Blue made a cannon instead, and Zerg made only 2 Zerglings. Zerg actually has the advantage right now. I mean, not an advantage. I wouldn't call it an advantage. I would call, like, he didn't need that cannon. I would just say it, right? You just need to need to make the nexus before the cannon, and he it might be a little...
I agree with you completely in the sense that he could have made the cannon later. He could have.
But he didn't scout. I guess he didn't scout
the
Zerg
nexus late. Like he made the forge first, right?
Yeah.
Could have made a nexus, and then he could have made a cannon, and he would have been completely safe.
He didn't scout the Zerg yet, though. So
but he didn't. He made a cannon, and now he's just finally making a gateway, even though he was scouting.
And he actually has a build order. Like gateway is supposed to come before the gas and the pylon, right?
Yeah, his build order is fucked.
Alright, so Zerg has a good layer timing. It looks like Zerg's on top of his layer. But where's the Overlord? I don't see the Overlord building. There it is. Alright, so Zerg actually has his timing, his build correct. And Protoss doesn't have neither the bidding placement nor the timing.
Yeah, that gateway is really far up ahead. It could easily be sniped.
Oh yeah, if he tries to do any aggressive...
I mean, he wanted to make a tight wall, so he made the gateway build ahead of the forge, but the cannon doesn't cover the gateway. That's the problem. If you have Hydras there, even without range, right? The Hydra's gonna snipe that easily.
He could snipe it with just lanes.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah.
No,
he
maybe.
He can snipe it, yeah.
He won't, but...
He only has 2 lanes, so...
So layer is finished, but we don't see a Spire just yet. Looks to be a pretty standard play from Super Cyan.
Oh, is he skipping Spire or is he just forgetting about it?
No, he just
He's
he
making more
performed his
drones.
build poorly, and he didn't have the resources to put Spire down right when his lair finished.
Yeah, so you want to make your Spire before your Overlord. No, you do want to make it after your Overlord, but you don't want to make any more drones after your 24, 27 is when you want to make your Overlord, and then you want to make your Spire. He's making so he's making an Evo Chamber. He knows his Spire is late.
Wait, what?
What do you mean?
I'm not sure I agree with that.
What do you mean he? What is your interpretation of his build right now?
I think he's like panicking and making an Evo Chamber because his Spire is so late.
I think that's probably pretty accurate.
Because he doesn't have a Hydra Den. He needs something to deal with that first Corsair.
It's total. I think it's fine just to lose your first Overlord. I think at most you'll only.
Oh no, he's doing it
Overlord.
for the +1 carapace. Is this gonna be a Zergling heavy build?
What do you mean? Oh, for Zergling carapace.
Fast carapace instead of. I guess fast carapace is also fine.
Right. Okay. So, but usually you don't make it. But you make a Hydra Den before your Evo. So I just thought it was weird.
It's not very.
I mean, you make your fourth. Usually, you make your fourth hatchery and your fifth hatchery before, and then your Hydra Den before your Evo. But he did Evo,
Yeah.
Hydra Den, and then your fourth and fifth hatchery. All right, his Spire is all right actually. He just added the Evo Chamber before the Hydra Den, which is a different order. Protoss needs to send this. I don't know why he sent out the second Corsair. I guess he didn't see enough information with the first one. He might not have seen enough, so he wanted to know more, or he can't accomplish anything with that.
Yeah, let's see if he can keep it alive, or is he just gonna return it to base?
He's not.
Or
He wants to, I think he wants to just keep scouting with it. I think because that first one just died instantly.
Which is weird because you were saying how the Stargate was so much. Oh my god, and he lost.
I mean, it's like if you see this Scourge, just enough information, right? It's to hatch Spire into 5 hatch Hydra. It's not like you don't need to. It's not like you need to see anymore. Right? Just go back to your base and tie in the cannons.
Yeah, we see a really fast Queen's Nest coming out from the Zerg, so I'm wondering if it's actually going to be, like you said,
Fast
like
crackling,
a heavy Zergling build or something. Whoa, a double Queen's Nest. is this a mistake?
It's just like, oh shit, he making a second. Oh yeah, he already had a Queen's Nest. What is a tier 2 game? I wouldn't put too much thought behind it, but maybe it's a mistake. He couldn't make
here comes the Zealot push. Cyan doesn't have the Sunken up yet.
It's a good SimCity though. Actually, is it a good SimCity? It is. It's not a good SimCity actually. Evo chamber to the left of your hatchery never falls.
It's fine in this scenario because you have Hydras out and you can just funnel the Zealots out.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
So if you kind of block that choke.
Yeah. Alright, he's fine.
Yeah, he's fine. And his carapace is also finished, so
yeah.
His Hydras can take a few more hits from
Egg only has 3 gateway. What the heck? His 4th is coming up, but at this point you should have 6. So 5th one's coming up.
I think 4 is fine, but then usually you go for an expansion after that.
Yeah. Does anyone know if +1 carapace actually helps for Hydras versus Zealot? I know that +1 carapace is really big for Zerglings, but most Hydra heavy build, I noticed that is always about the +1 attack.
Yeah, so it's actually kind of strange. But maybe he might be going heavy with Zerglings later on. Maybe that's why he went for the fast carapace.
Yeah, but also the double Queen's Nest. Is he doing the Avi thing where you try to get queens and like brutling the High Templar?
I don't. It doesn't look like he's researching anything, so I don't think so. Might have been just a mistake.
He's only got 5 hatchery, so 6-1 should have been up. Protoss is doing alright with his units. He's got like 4 cannon for some reason.
His army is really small though, and he just wasted a storm trying to storm 2 Hydralisks, and he missed.
Yeah. I'm not sure about, but this is like a tier 2 game. Just still keep in mind. No one's perfect. I just want to see a 6 hatchery coming down already. Like no 6 hatchery, no drones.
I think his drone saturation is fine.
Yeah,
Except maybe at the 3rd he could use a few more.
Yeah, definitely need to fully saturate his dirt. He's got the hive though. It's fast. I guess he's. Oh, there's a 6 hatchery. It's in his main actually. Yes, that's a weird location, right? I usually place it on my dirt. I have like 3 on my dirt usually. So he's alright.
He might have blocked himself with that Hydra Den. He couldn't place the 3rd hatchery there.
Yeah, that could be true. The thing is that the location is where you want to place it in ZVT, but ZVP is harder because, I mean, that's gonna make macro tricky, right? You want a clump of hatcheries so you can just like use your F key in macro.
Yeah, that's true.
But this is like pretty normal at this point of the game. Hoda has his third. Zerg's putting up his 4th, and I guess the hive is a little early. He went for like a quick hive.
Yeah, Adrenal's already done. I wish his 2nd Evo was a bit earlier so he could start upgrading attack or melee attack as well. But oh, he's going for a ranged attack actually.
Right, which is why I find it weird that he started with. If he's going Hydra and Lurker heavy, he's going for Carapace instead of attack. Usually, if you go for Carapace first, it's indication of a heavy Zergling comp.
Yeah, meanwhile, Protoss is macroing up a pretty big armies, and he's up to 9 gateways, so that's pretty good.
That's what you want to see off a 3-base Protoss.
Yeah, he also has an Observer out, so I think he's ready for the Lurkers.
I don't think this attack's gonna work. This is not a big attack at all. Like, he's gonna just lose everything here.
Yeah, he just traded his whole army for a few cannons, I think, so I'm not sure if that was worth it.
He's still going. He's setting more stuff. There's no lurkers here. He's gonna lose them all. It's one group of Hydras, and he's not microing.
I mean, you definitely want to send your whole army in one big group. Sending them kind of one by one. It's hard to do that with Zerg.
It's hard. It's really hard to do that with Zerg. I would just stay back and let Protoss attack him to me. But he's got crackling. He wants to use it, and I agree with that. But
yeah, with the +2 Carapace, the Zerglings are also a bit more effective than they normally would be.
Yeah.
The problem is that he sort of sent them
like
in their own little group, so they just died, and the strength of the Zerg armies is all together.
He's not prioritizing saturating his base. I think if he doesn't do anything here, Protoss is gonna run him over. Like, yeah, crackling's good. Crackling is one of the best shit. Like, crackling is where Zerg gets strong, like stronger than Protoss, but you can't just send him a move like that.
Oh wow, one lurker is going to drive away this whole army because I think the observer got sniped earlier.
That's a good move. Just come on, just saturate your expansion. Just get big. Make a Nidus.
There's a Dark Templar at the 12 o'clock base that's not noticing these drones mining.
Oh my god. 0 kill Dark Templar. I mean, you don't want to do that, right? You want to wait for more drones to get there. But like, he probably noticed there's no drone.
Yeah, that could be it as well. I've actually noticed.
I don't know why. Oh, what? I don't know why. Egg isn't just like going. Oh, there's a Talk Temple in there. 5 kills, 6 kills. I don't know why Egg isn't just killing Cyans. Like, I don't think Cyan has anything to actually defend.
Well, earlier it's because his observer was sniped, so I think his push got a bit
You
delayed.
go around
But
Lurker,
yeah,
right?
he's just gonna run in here.
Lurkers can't really move. I mean, you can just like go around it. But yeah, Cyan's in pretty big trouble.
They need a lot of lurkers under
Look at these
Storm.
Dark Templar. Holy crap! Look, they're doing work. At the top bases.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage. I think this might be over here.
+3. It's
Oh my
plus
god, I just noticed a
So-
huge problem at the natural. I think a lot of his defilers seem to be like stuck. Like
yeah.
this wall
That's
off
what I was
here.
thinking. This wall off's really good. It's not very good. It's good against like Zealots, but it's also good against Defiler.
Yeah.
Also, that +2 carapace he got, that really helped him. It didn't help anymore because Protoss got +3 and he stopped doing the upgrade to keep up. But
Yeah,
it
I
hardly
believe-
matters. It hardly matters. He lost all his units trying to attack, and he should be attacking.
Yeah, if you go for a Hydra heavy army, I think going range attack might help a bit more.
Oh, he didn't go at range hider. Oh god. Why is it? Why there's so many evil chamber? Did you see all these evil chambers?
Yeah, he's got 4 of them. I think Super Cyan played really well the early game, but I think as the game sort of went on, he started falling apart. I'm not exactly
I
sure
think-
what happened. It was
so-
either the engage or his macro.
No, I think his macro's fine. I think he needs to not attack. He needs to secure his base. He didn't secure any of his bases, right? He needs like lurker. You need lurkers. Lurkers on your 4th and your 3rd. He didn't do that, and he basically threw away a bunch of units.
Yeah, well, you don't need lurkers there if you manage to push like the Protoss army back, but he suicided his army into the Protoss's 3rd, and then
Yeah.
you're not gonna have map control after that. So he should have fortified his expansions and just sort of turtled a bit.
I think the style that he plays, it's like you have to wait for the fighters. You can't go for an aggressive move before the fighters come out.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I know that like it's tempting, right? You have cracklings and they're really strong, but like it's just not enough. I mean, yeah, it's enough if Protoss is actually moving out, but if they're like clumping the ball with like High Templar, your cracklings don't actually do anything. Alright. So this is game 2 of Cyan versus what's his name? Let me update this real quick. Cyan versus Egg. So Egg is 1-0. By the way, does anyone know the AK of Egg? I'm still really wondering who he is in CPL. I'm just gonna go. You guys ready?
Yep.
Have we had anything that's not a 2-0 yet?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Have we had anything that's not a 2-0 yet?
I don't think so.
Alright, so spawning at the bottom left is blue Protoss, Egg. I still wonder what his AKA is, but so for now we just call him eGG. And spotting us all about top right, in cross position is Super Cyan, our orange Zerg. Cross position, so we'll see what Zerg does. If he does any kind of 9 pool, it might be really bad for him. It might end up really bad for him.
I think it's pretty unusual for Zergs to do 9 pool nowadays, because that's just so easily stopped by a regular Forge expand. Or I believe even a regular 1 gate opening can stop a 9
It still
pool.
works in a 4-pillar map because you can't scout. Sometimes you don't scout it. You scout him last, you're still gonna get wrecked.
Well, it depends on how greedy
Oh,
Protoss wants to play.
yeah.
Usually when you don't scout, like, the Zerg first or
Protoss-
second, you put a cannon down.
Yeah, but Protoss is actually scouting after his pylon. Some Protoss like to scout after Nexus. Some actually like to do it after pylon, but this guy does it after. After Forge, right? Some does it after pylon, and Egg is actually doing it super safe.
It's like an overpool from Super Cyan.
Yep, overpool. So we're not seeing any kind of aggressive play. There's a forge.
So eGG might or Egg might be a bit more familiar with this map because if you remember last map, his wall was all funky.
Yeah.
But it looks like this
He
map
didn't
he's
get
going to get a
punished for
proper
it
wall
though.
here.
He didn't get punished for it. He could actually make a nexus now and be safe, and then the cannon after. We'll see if he actually does it. I mean, he hasn't got a Zerg yet. He might be a little paranoid. He could still make a cannon first.
Yeah, not really sure where his probe is going. It looks like it was trying to go to the upper left, but he changed his mind to the upper right.
Yeah. Okay, so he scouts the Zerg. He sees a if he sees a hatchery, then he knows it's not gonna be like 6 links.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for a Nexus first. Yeah.
Yep. So this is the correct response. He sees the hatchery and goes for the nexus instead of the cannon. So we see 13 gas from Zerg. Is that a mistake? I don't know where that extra supply went. Did he lose something?
No, I think he just built it early.
Okay.
I mean, you can do 13 gas, but I believe that's off a 11 or a 12 hatch, not an overpool build.
Oh, okay. Alright, so this overlord here at the bottom right is going a little too far. He needs to relocate it right away. This drone here is also going somewhere. I'm not sure where. Seems like is making an expansion. He's going to far dirt. He's going far dirt. Okay. Pretty. So we should expect a turtle Zerg from this game. On this map is actually really good. I like it. Lava does it a lot, right?
Yeah.
We see like Lava really love these far dirt style and just turtle until you get 4 bases, and until you get to like hive tech and just run over the Protoss. For tier 2s, I feel like I really like how they're executing their builds.
Yeah, I think their build orders are really clean. I personally, the problem I see with taking like a far nat in cross position is that your expansion, like no matter which spot you take with the far natural, is going to be like so close to the Protoss base.
Yeah, you just have to. I think you just have to put more second in your dirt than your natural. But I think that's fine. I mean, I've seen Lava still does it anyway, so he doesn't care. He just likes far nats.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's Larva. He knows what he's doing. We probably don't.
Oh
know.
wait, but hold on. We see a quick 4th hatchery before Spire. Is that intended? How does he have 4th that? Did he skip like Zergling speed? He skipped Zergling speed.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
I kind of like that. I kind
is.
of like that actually. I'm not sure. I've never done it. But your macro should be like crazy, right? You have 4 hatchery and Aspire.
Personally, I like the Zergling speed because a lot of Protoss like to push out with like 3 or 4 Zealots. And then, Zergling speed just helps you with that engage. And as you can see, Protoss has a probe running around the 12 o'clock, and, you can't catch that scouting probe. So it can see everything you're doing.
Right. So Protoss, does he know where the dirt hatches?
I don't believe he scouted it. He's looking for it, though.
Maybe that's why he plays the second cannon. Like, if it's a turtle Zerg, right, you usually don't need a second cannon. So he's kind of paranoid, right? He could be like, what? What's going on?
Yeah, but he's pushing across the map now with 3 Zealots.
Alright, so not having that Zergling speed probably lost him those Zerglings right there. I mean, he could have lost it anyway.
Yeah, but he's not making any more Zerglings. These 3 Zealots can do a lot of damage.
No Sunkens. No Sim City in his match. natural. Because he plays both his hatchery and his evil chamber in his third.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea, to be honest.
No sunkins, no anything.
I'm really surprised that Protoss retreated because you can see with the Corsair that there are no units here.
Yeah, I guess it's worked out for Zerg. He's gonna lose a couple of overlords. Okay. Oh man. I wonder why the wall like that? Like, it doesn't make sense, right? Like,
Did you hide the progress bar?
sorry, I do have the progress bar. So this wall at his dirt doesn't make sense to me, right? His natural is exposed. His hatchery is exposed. His front hatchery, but he's not making it part of a wall. He's just making it like sort of like a front hatchery. But his wall is actually the Hydra Den and the Evil Chamber, and he doesn't have a wall in his nat.
Yeah, it's also riskier because putting two of these like important structures here, like, you know, if the Protoss decides to attack this base, you're gonna lose both of those.
Or just attack the natural, because natural has one sunken and nothing else. Right.
Yeah, that's also true. Like doing this, it makes both bases more vulnerable.
So here's he lost a bit of Corsairs, I think. Like, oh, he just stopped making Corsairs. I don't see a lot of Corsairs. This is not actually a turtle Zerg. This is just like a Zerg.
Just a Zerg, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the turtle Zerg usually take the main, like, with the 6th hatchery very soon.
That's a late sunken. That's not gonna do anything. Yeah. Is he gonna lose here?
Protoss not microing his zealots properly. Some of them are like getting stuck around that hatchery down there.
Yeah.
I think Zerg's actually gonna be able to hold this.
Yeah. That's a good hoe. And good pull on his drones.
A bit of a mismicro by eGG, I think. I think he wasn't sure if he wanted to use some half his zealots to like attack drones, or if he wanted to go for the hydras and sunken.
Oh my god! Don't make a sunken like that. It's gonna like create a perfect wall. I don't like to see that sunken.
Which one?
The one is that. It's not gonna create a perfect wall. Actually, it's gonna. I just don't like seeing it like that because it doesn't protect anything. It doesn't protect his hatcheries.
Ooh, really big storm coming down at the center of the map.
He stormed his own zealots.
Yeah, but Cyan is pushing now with more hydras, so he's going to push this force back. And Protoss might lose his third too if.
This is a really
Super
strange
Saiyan
game,
knows about
like, because this is like a turtles, like a far nat, but he's playing it like as a close nat style. So he just make a lot of hydras. He's not taking a fourth, which is typically what you want to see when you take the dirt like that, right? Like you want to take a fourth, but he's just going for like heavy hydra and he's gonna pressure.
I believe you can do this still. It's not necessarily, you know, you can't do like a heavy hydra play. But
Yeah.
I think just lately it's become more common to take the close third and do heavy hydra builds.
Right. He's going for the home run. This guy, this zealots right here. But there's two sunkens and a bunch of hydras at the main. He's not gonna be able to do anything.
Yeah, I feel like he's trying to buy time, but for his third base to come up, and Super Saiyan does not know about it.
Oh, that's a weird third place location. He wants the gas. Holy crap, this guy's greedy. Super Cyan, keep your units together. He's trying to deny the dirt, just not there, and then he finds dirt, I think. With like half his hydras.
Yeah, that's the same problem we saw last game, where he's only engaging with like part of his army at a time.
That observer?
Well, there's literally no point to sniping that because he doesn't have any lurkers.
Right. Ooh, this storm drop right here. What's going on? He sees it. Is he gonna do anything about it when it gets to his base?
He might not have been paying attention, but there are a ton of drones at the third. It is like super
Yeah,
saturated.
I just saw.
Right
I
now.
just noticed that. It's like, did he transfer a bunch there? Like, what's going on? He doesn't have enough in his main. And he needs a freaking fourth right now. Like, god damn it, dude, make a fourth.
Yeah, I'd really like to see him take a fourth base, but this storm drop could do a ton of damage.
He saw it. I mean, he's got like Hydra chasing it earlier.
Yeah, but I don't think he's actually paid attention right now. Oh my god, so many.
Oh, that's what I was worried about, because he had like so many drones at his fourth for no reason, and now he's like, I mean, his third is for no reason. He lost like most of it.
He's taking a really strange fourth base out of the mineral only down there. I'm not sure why he's not taking the gas base.
You mean the base that's already protected in his main, in the
Yeah, the bottom right base. That's
Yeah.
I'm really confused here.
Oh, what? We've seen drops. So this time he doesn't have a quick lair, a quick hive.
I'm for the drop, and I don't think Egg knows about this at all.
No, he's gonna take a lot of damage here. But Cyan's gonna lose all these units down here at the high ground.
Those Zealots are gonna kill those Hydros, actually. What
He's
Cyan
gonna
should
lose
be
them.
doing is focusing
lose the
down these
robo.
important
Ooh,
structures.
what? If he has any lurker, that would be so nice. By the way, did you notice that he got +1 carrot base again? That's so weird.
Yeah.
He likes Hydra heavy army, but he's going for +1 carrot base.
Would have liked to see Cyan do is snipe some more of the important structures. Like he took down the Robo facility, which is really nice.
Yeah, he got the robo.
Yeah, but I think he could have also sniped the observatory or even like the Temple Archives or something.
Yeah. It's a really weird game, actually. He's actually taking a fifth behind this. So there's no way you can saturate both of them at once, right? Would you ever take double XP like that, Zerg?
No, I wouldn't.
He's not even fully saturated his main, actually.
The mineral only he's taking down there is also really exposed. Like the only way for it to survive is if Egg just never finds it.
I mean, Egg has 3 bases. He's fine if he survives.
He's technically on 2 because he's not mining from his main right now.
That's true. Egg is also not really paying attention to his army and losing too much shit.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a chaotic game right now.
Oh, there's a macro hatchery. He's like, holy crap, he can't support that, can he?
Normally I think he wouldn't be able to, but you know, at our levels, our macro isn't perfect, so it's always better just to make an extra
He has
hatchery.
10 hatcheries. He hasn't fully secured. So basically, what I do is 6 hatchery off 3 base, right? Assuming fully saturated. And when I have 4 base, I do 8 hatcheries. He doesn't have 3 bases fully saturated. He barely saturated his third.
This is a really smart play by Super Cyan. He's like pushing the army back and then going for the drop, like while Egg is distracted.
Yeah, but
I'm wondering what he can get done with this drop.
he's throwing away units. That's what I think.
This is more of a distraction, I think.
Yeah,
but if
lurker,
he
that
could
would've
take
helped.
down
If
a
it was
gateway,
lurker
that would
drop,
be pretty helpful.
If these are lurkers, I would have been like, yeah, these are worth it. But like, trading Hydras and Zerglings like that, it's really not good. I don't think so. He needs to make drones. He can't support these 2 extra hatcheries here. That's impossible. He's like 200 minerals, and he's already like at his limit. I don't know what makes him think he can support these. But no robo yet. Where's the lurkers? Why does this guy like lurker? He sniped the robo, right?
I'm not sure he sniped the Robo intentionally. He might have, you know, not been paying attention and they killed the Robo on their own. But if he saw that, then yeah, he should be making lurkers right now.
So the DT got shut down. I think that storm drop actually did way more. Cause this guy stopped making drone. Yeah, he needs to stop dropping. It's about time he just not drop.
Yeah, at this point, Zerg is kind of just throwing away units because his drops aren't really getting anything
He doesn't realize that, right? He's actually putting himself behind. He has enough bases, right? Like, Protoss not pressuring him. You have a lot of bases. You just need to saturate them, and then you can make a huge Crackling army and huge Hydra army and just kill the guy. But because he didn't saturate his third and his fourth, and then he make a fifth for no reason with like extra hatchery, he just like kind of not really making use of his big macro, his macro potential.
Egg has actually been supply blocked for the longest time, finally getting some pylons down.
Right. Oh, his finally had a robo, so the fact that he didn't make any lurkers earlier kind of like too late now, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, but Egg also has never resaturated his main. Did he lose all those hope that he transferred them?
No, he transferred most of them to his third base.
So it feels like he just stopped making probes. Like neither of these players are saturating their expansion.
Super Saiyan's at least got his mineral only saturated, so that should help with his hatchery, the amount of batteries he has.
Oh no, these units, these Zerg units. They had them rally. He had them rally here.
Yeah, so again, the same problem as last game, I think, where I think Cyan got a little too over aggressive and he starts throwing away like too many small groups of units away, and that kind of adds up, you know. Because now he's got pretty much no units to defend this big push coming from Egg.
I mean, he's expanding again behind his aggression. It's like, I think he realizes, like, he understands one concept, right? And that's why, like I said about 1600 player, right? You understand one concept only. This guy understands that you need to be aggressive and expand behind your aggression, but that's gonna backfire on him.
Yeah, he really needed more lurkers.
When you're playing a game, you don't like see your opponent's resources, like your opponent's supply. But I bet you if he could see the supplies, right, he would have been like, "Oh, I shouldn't have done that."
Yeah, I think Cyan was actually doing very well earlier with the drop.
I bet he still think that he's like was in a good position until we see all these units come out of nowhere, right? He probably think, "Oh, I'm gonna be aggressive," and I got like 6 bases out of it. But like now that he sees all these units, he's like, "Oh crap."
Yeah, I think Zerg actually overexpanded here. I didn't even notice that he took the 3 o'clock base, but yeah, he's over-droned at not enough units.
I feel like he under-droned actually for a while. He made too many units and threw them all away. So he like make more units and threw them all away again.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you know, when he's losing those little units, like we keep saying, and then he tries drawing up his bases, which means he's not replacing his units that he lost.
Right.
Another drop in the main, but I don't think that's going to do too much. He's going to lose his own main in the meantime.
Well, like the problem is he didn't. The Zerg Cyan didn't make lurkers at all. Like, he didn't care about his own defense, right? He's just like attacking and then trying to expand behind an attack. It's like a really Protoss thing to do. It's not even in Protoss, right? They make cannons, right? You make cannons and like set a Templar behind it while you attack. And if you want a Zerg version of that, I say you set them lurkers there and then you attack. But those drops, they do a lot of damage, but those trays are not exactly always good.
Yeah, I think Cyan did pretty well, like, early on, until I think after the drop was where he started falling apart. I think he should focus. I think he should focus on, like, you know, when to stop attacking. You know when you have an advantage and sort of sit back and, you know, defend and then drone up.
Right. Also, overexpanding is actually like if you can't saturate the expansion, why even take that expansion, right? Like.
Yeah, that's right. And I think Egg just played really well both games.
Egg played well. Egg played well. He lost. a bunch of stuff in his main. It wasn't like super serious. He lost the robo, which is, anyone can lose the robo when you get dropped like that. But I feel like Cyan didn't capitalize on the fact that he could have used lurkers and just set a bunch of lurkers, like 3 or 4 lurkers in each of the expansion and drone up. Because that guy doesn't have a robo. He's no way he can attack into you, right? Just drone up, get some upgrades, get to the fighter, and wait till you can stabilize. He didn't really exactly stabilize, right?
Yeah, because he kept pressing his attack and throwing away his units.
That's buying time. When you throw away a unit, you buy time. But it's like it's only limits on how much you can do this before you just eventually die to like a big